Hello. Tonight I am going to be making baked potatoes my way. Oven's preheated to 400 degrees. That took about 25 minutes. Oven's kind of slow, I think. Scrubbed these off, dried them. Now what I'm going to do is the part that scares me, poking the holes in them. Always makes me nervous that I'm going to stab my hand. So we'll do that. Take it out of that glass bowl for safety reasons. And I don't know, maybe you don't really have to go super overboard with this. I don't know. My mom always stabbed them and that's how I do it, but I need to find a better way because like I say, I always get nervous I'm gonna stab my hand. So we'll try to do this real quick. Oh, I guess I'll flip that, yeah. Turn it over, do a couple on the back. Well, it's probably not that great, but whatever. Next potato. Okay, that's done. Next, we will put on the olive oil. I like to coat them with some olive oil. If I'm doing a bunch of smaller potatoes, I'll put them in a bowl to do it that way, just to make it a little easier. But since it's just two big ones, I'm going to do it in this plate this time. See how that goes. I think I need a brush too. I always do this with my hands, but I think it'd be better with a brush instead of having oil all over your hands and kind of wasting it. I am going to eat the potatoes in this bowl though, so the oil won't go to waste. So I'll just rub the oil all over. Some extra in there. And I'll put them back in there for now. Second potato, got some extra oil I can use, that's good. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some salt on the outside. I used to just bake them, you know, without doing anything, but then I saw that you could do this. And ever since I've tried it, I've been doing it this way ever since because I don't usually like the skin, but this kind of makes the skin edible for me. And just, I don't know, makes it a little crispy, makes it better. So, oh, tongs too. I'll turn them over halfway through cooking, and I'll use my tongs for that. Now, gotta get this oil off my hands before I use my salt. Oh, I did buy a little microphone, microphone. I'm gonna try it on my next video. I need to mess around with it and see how it works, and also see if, because it's not wireless, so I'm gonna have to plug it into the phone. So I will mess around with that and see if I can do it that way, because I think, you know, that'll help the sound. Hopefully it's picking up my voice enough from this distance right now. Okay, hopefully I've got the oil off my hands. Normally I wash my hands with soap, but I don't want to take all the time to do that right now, so. This salt is crazy. I got this when I was at, I don't know, Sam's Club with my mom one time. I was like, oh yeah, I need some more grinder salt. So I get it. I get home with this thing and I'm like, oh my goodness, this thing is humongous and heavy. You know, when you're in the store, everything else is giant, so it looks like a normal size. But then when you get home, it's bigger than any of your other stuff. Anyway, so I'm just grinding it on. I like it a lot. I like it salty. Turn them over. Actually, what I'll do now, since I'm going to flip it, I'm going to set it on my tray, which I use parchment paper now. It just, especially with oil, makes the cleanup so much easier. That pan, it's a pizza pan actually, and I use that pizza pan because it stays flat, unlike my baking pan that I have. Probably not a very good one, so it twists, and then, you know, your stuff's rolling over, stuff's not staying even. So I've been using this pizza pan because it's, I guess, a better quality. However, I don't want, you know, the oil. The surface of it is already kind of weird from the 1 or 2 times I have used it without parchment paper. So yeah, I do the parchment paper now. So these are ready to go in the oven now. And put these in. Watch out, buddy. Donovan's down here, so. My cat, I have 2 cats, which if you're interested in seeing them, I'll have to link my cat channel. Okay, so now we'll set our, I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes because I'm going to flip them at 30 minutes. And then when the second 30 minutes has gone by, I'll test them to see if they're nice inside. 30 minutes. Timer. Oh, and if anybody's wondering why I have all this weird stuff in front of my microwave, I sleep over there in this open area, and if there's every single light, like it's crazy how many little lights there are in a place. Like it's not dark. So every little light here, by the TV, everywhere. I've gotten it pretty dark in here. The smoke detector still has a light on it, which, anyway. But yeah, I don't like light pollution, sound pollution, and it gets kind of loud in here because I'm toward the end, and the door slams shut at all hours of the day and night, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning. And then when people go in their apartments and don't shut the door gently, it slams. You feel like you're in one of those hotels with the doors. Anyway, whatever. So that's that. That's done. What I'll do is I'll come back when they're done, and then I'll show, how they turned out. Another thing I'm going to do before this cooks, or when it starts cooking, is make sure I have enough butter that's at room temperature. It'll still melt if it's out of the refrigerator, but it's a little nicer if it's, almost melty. And I have a whole new stick in there. I'm usually pretty good with my butter. I love butter, so I'm always trying to have enough in the butter container and then one in the fridge. Then, when I use that, take one out of the freezer, put it in the fridge. So I always have butter ready. Oh, there's Donovan. Hi. You want to say hi? Hi. Come here. Come here. Donovan, what's the matter? What's the matter? He doesn't like to be held as much as Effie. Usually when I get home from somewhere, he'll let me hold him. Huh. He's my baby, though. You're my good boy, aren't you? You're my good boy. All right. See you later. I wasn't going to record this part, but then I thought, why not? So, our timer's gone off. Now we're going to flip these. I take them out to do it, just, I don't know, seems easier. So, and actually I'm probably going to switch sides too, just for super even cooking. And also, actually maybe I'll go like that. They're getting a little well done on the bottom. That's skin's peeling off here. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyway, a little more salt. Didn't wash my hand off enough before I touched that. This is already coagulating in here. Jeez. Well, I probably won't get to use this whole bottle because it's already caking up in there. All right. So those are flipped. We'll put them back in the oven. Set our timer for another 30 minutes. And this half hour will probably go by as fast as the last one did. Let's see how these turned out. Okay. Try the skinnier one first. Yeah, that seems done. Just poking the fork in to see if it goes in easy. And it does, so these are probably just perfect. Let's see, I'll probably start with one. Keep the other one hot since they're kind of big. Turn the oven off. And then I'll keep the door open and put this back in just so it doesn't, I want it to stay warm but not keep cooking. Right out. Oh, knife. Need a knife to cut this and put the butter on. you can see that. I usually cut mine just all the way open, cut it all the way down one side. Then I'm gonna also cut it this way, just to expose as much potato as I can so that the butter can get into all the nooks and crannies. Now, if I had sour cream, I would probably add some of that, but I do not right now, so it's just gonna be butter and salt. Save that for the next potato. And get our butter. I don't know if I should show me putting the butter on. I use a crazy amount of butter. I would say that's why I've gotten fat, but it's more likely age or medication. However, I do want to drop some pounds. So when I can get a better paying job and have enough money to buy like salads, fruits, vegetables, mainly vegetables, and good meat, then hopefully that'll happen. I'll be pretty active at this job I did take, though, the one that's not paying enough money. So we'll see, hopefully that'll help. All right, I'm just mashing it and just getting the butter in there. And okay, I'll try that and see how that is. I can always come back for more if I need it. Put some salt on. I don't put pepper either. I'm like kind of a super taster, so I taste even just the tiniest thing in there, and hot stuff just like burns my tongue, so then I'm not even tasting anything, it's just pain. Fun. All right, I'll try a bite. Just to make sure it turned out good. Oh yeah, perfect.